Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Brown Egg KK here with another book review. So the summer officially ended on Friday the 21st, and my final book for this summer was Color Me Butterfly by L.Y. Marlow. Description will be below in the description box as always. This story is loosely based on the true story of the author. It follows the generations of her family from her grandmother on down to her daughter, and the abuse that the women in the family have suffered at the hands of the men in their lives. The book starts out with Eloise, and she is the grandmother of the author who marries Isaac, and they have several children. What I thought was so cool about the book was that they have a little family tree in here. I know you guys aren't going to be able to read that, but they've got a little family tree in there, and it tells you all the names of the children and so forth and so on of the 5 generations of the family. So Eloise marries Isaac, and he moves them from their southern home in Kingstree to Philadelphia, where they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 8, sorry, where they have 8 children, and Eloise suffers from abuse. Her husband is extremely abusive to her and the children, at one point making Rolly, who was one of the children, eat a fried rat from the basement. It's crazy. So Isaac leaves the family, abruptly just leaves the family one day to fend for themselves. Eloise, who is the mother, has never worked a day in her life, basically, and he just leaves them to fend for themselves, which Eloise perseveres through that whole situation. She raises her children, you know, they're all well, they're all alive at that point in the book, and they venture out. Mattie, who is the mother of L.Y. Marlow, is the daughter of Eloise, and she leaves the abusive home of her mother and father to enter the abusive home with her husband, Roy, and they have Mattie 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 children, one of which is Lydia, who is the author of the book. So Roy dies abruptly. A tragic, I wouldn't say accident, but there's a tragic event that happens, and Roy passes away after, you know, Mattie and Roy going back and forth between being together and not being together, and him abusing her, so forth and so on. And Mattie perseveres through that. She finds another person to love her and genuinely love her children in the persona of John, who she marries, and they stay together for the remainder of the novel. Probably still together to this day if nothing has happened to them, either one of them. So that was a beautiful thing. Lydia comes out of that family. Like I said, she is the author of the book, and she meets a man who is also abusive to her. She was told that she could not have children, and then she gets pregnant with Treasure, who is her daughter. And the father of the child, for some reason I can't remember his name right now, but he spends the majority of Treasure's young childhood in jail. Lydia does marry and has a blended family with a husband who doesn't really treat her daughter as equal to his 2 daughters. And so there's a little conflict there between Treasure and her mom, considering the fact that her father is imprisoned and she is living in a family that she doesn't really feel a part of. So when her father is released from prison, there some time passes, and Treasure decides that she wants to go live with her dad. There's actually a fight, a physical fight between Lydia and her daughter Treasure. That is like the bottom line. And then Treasure goes to live with her father. And Treasure witnesses the abuse that her father has towards his girlfriend at the time, and he actually does abuse her. And she is also a victim of abuse, sexual abuse from her grandfather. The story is just, it's a tragic story because of all of the pain and the suffering that the family has gone through, but it's an inspirational story because we see that they've thrived and lived and were able, you know, to raise, you know, their families and have successful lives throughout the entire process. These women in this story were kind of what I was looking for with the last story of the 3 strong women, which I said that there were no strong women. Well, just one, basically, strong woman in that. But these women in this story have persevered. They've gone through sickness and the pain that was inflicted upon them from the men in their lives, and they've been able to raise their children and have successful families, and I think that that's just a beautiful thing. So I give this book, Color Me Butterfly by L.Y. Marlow, 3 out of 5 stars, because I did like the book. I thought it was a great inspirational story, and I have one line, I think. I only highlighted one line from the book, so let's see what that was. Don't remember what it was. Oh, yeah. Certain things are put in your path as a way to strengthen you, to bring you to your center. And I really believe that, and I think that that is what happened here. You know, these women suffered from the abuse held by their men, and they all grew stronger, and they all banded together in order to keep their families together, which I thought was an amazing thing. So Color Me Butterfly by L.Y. Marlow, 3 out of 5 stars from me. It was my final book for the summer. I finished it on the last day of summer. I have no idea what I'm gonna read this week or how that's going to go. I did tell you guys that I was gonna start doing novel to book reviews. So I think the first one in that series is going to be The Cross by Alex Cross, because I think that movie comes out in November, either October or November. I don't know what I'm going to read up until that point, but I'm definitely going to do Cross by Alex Cross. Definitely going to do Les Mis, because that's coming out in December, so I'm excited about that. So I'm definitely going to read Les Mis. I don't believe I haven't read that up until now, but that will be on the list as well. I know Perks of a Wallflower came out on Friday. I'm still trying to decide whether or not I'm going to read that and go see that movie. So I will continue to do videos even though the summer is over. This is enjoyable to me, so I enjoy it. I hope you guys enjoy it as well. Let me know what you guys are reading, and if you have any suggestions for me, just put them in the comment box below. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. Until next time, bye.